Let's dive straight into the top stories at this hour on Republic Superfast 50 viewers. Rahul Gandhi was grilled by the top enforcement directorate officers in Delhi for alleged corruption in the National Herald case. The former Congress chief appeared before the ED after mega drama outside the AICC office, which culminated in Rahul Gandhi leading a march to the ED's office in a case in which he is currently out on bail. He left the ED's office at about 2:30 p.m. after 3 hours of questioning for a lunch break, post which we are now awaiting his return to the ED's office. In a bizarre sequence of events, the VADRA Congress has apparently defended the corruption case on Rahul Gandhi. Without adding the specifics of the National Herald case, Congress workers chanted slogans of INQULAB Zindabad in what seems like an all-out narrative spinning of the Congress on the case of alleged corruption. From Robert Vadra's morning Facebook post to the large-scale trooping out of top-level leaders onto the streets, the VADRA Congress has officially backed Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi in a case of alleged corruption. In a morning press conference, the Congress pulled out all the stops to defend Rahul Gandhi in the National Herald case. While they did not get into the specifics of explaining the 90 crore loan which agencies are probing or the aspect of suspected loan transfer, the Congress dragged in the 1947 freedom struggle to try and divert from the details of the case.
न इसे अंग्रेज दबा पाए, न हमें अंग्रेज दबा पाए और न अंग्रेजों के उस समय के मुखबिर और आज की सत्ता के हुक्मरान दबा पाएंगे। हम दृढ़ता से शांति प्रिय और गांधीवादी तरीके से बीजेपी के इलेक्शन मैनेजमेंट डिपार्टमेंट ईडी तक श्री राहुल गांधी के नेतृत्व में पैदल मार्च करके जाएंगे।
In the day's biggest scandal, protesters outside Rahul Gandhi's home and the AICC headquarters were completely clueless as to why they were there or what was their cause of protest. Far from being able to talk about the National Herald case, when asked, the protesters said they were there because of inflation and even elections, some said. Some even admitted that they had no idea why they were there.
क्या लगता है कि कौन सा केस और क्या आरोप चल रहा है राहुल गांधी पे?
इनको नहीं पता भाई साहब।
इनको नहीं पता है?
ये मेरे साथ हैं।
नहीं, ये कांग्रेस के साथ,
हमारी कांग्रेस के साथ हैं।
ये कांग्रेस के साथ हैं, लेकिन इनको ये नहीं पता कि ये प्रदर्शन किस लिए कर रहे हैं।
हाथ के साथ ईडी ऑफिस में धरना।
नहीं, आप कांग्रेस के साथ हैं लेकिन प्रदर्शन नहीं पता।
प्रदर्शन का पता है हमको, पता है हमको। हमारी मैडम बोल रही है
अगर राहुल जी के साथ कोई गलत काम होगा तो हम गिरफ्तारियां देंगे और इस भाजपा सरकार को बिल्कुल धरती के नीचे उतार के रखेंगे।
In more embarrassment for the VADRA Congress, which tried to stage a pan-India protest on the ED summons to Rahul Gandhi, the on-ground protesters from Guwahati said they had no idea what they were protesting about.
आप लोग किस चीज के लिए प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं?
क्या जी?
क्या प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं आप लोग?
अभी हम लोग कांग्रेस सेवादल के लिए और एपीसीसी कांग्रेस कमेटी ने राहुल गांधी बीजेपी ने जो किया है उनके बारे में क्या आजकल जो सिचुएशन चल रहा है, अभी लड़ाई कर रही है, इसीलिए उनके बारे में हमारा कांग्रेस कमेटी एपीसीसी कांग्रेस कमेटी ने प्रशासन के लिए आज रूट मार्च कर रहा है।
In fact, the on-ground protesters from Jammu even claimed that Rahul Gandhi was arrested and therefore they were there to protest seeking his release.
आप लोग किस चीज को क्या लेकर के प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं?
वो जो राहुल गांधी के क्या, इसीलिए हम लोग प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं।
आप लोग प्रोटेस्ट करने के लिए आए हैं? किस चीज का प्रोटेस्ट हो रहा है? आप लोग प्रोटेस्ट करने के लिए आए हैं? किस चीज को लेकर?
वो तो ये धरना कार्य चले है।
किस चीज को लेकर?
वो सरकार ने जो ज़्यादा किया ना, ज़्यादा दाम बढ़ाया, वो इसके लिए।
In a mockery of the protests called for by the Congress over Rahul Gandhi's summons in the National Herald case, protesters on ground in Hyderabad said that they were assembled there because Rahul Gandhi was coming there to meet them.
प्रोडक्ट्स के लिए आए थे, कांग्रेस का प्रोडक्ट से बोल के आए थे।
मोदी डाउन
मोदी की कांग्रेस डाउन करने, कांग्रेस
राहुल गांधी को लाना चाह रहे हैं, वही पेट्रोल का रेट हमला फिर नहीं ऐसा करें, गर्लफ्रेंड को लेके नहीं फिर से करें।
आपको पता है आप यहाँ पे क्यों आए?
हाँ,
क्यों आए?
प्रोटेस्ट करने।
बोलो जी, प्रोटेस्ट करने
क्यों आए आप?
पूरा
हाँ,
बोलो।
आप यहाँ पे पे क्यों आए?
पार्टी को उठाने के वास्ते में आए। हाँ, उठाने के वास्ते में।
आपको पता नहीं है यहाँ पे प्रोटेस्ट क्यों हो रहा है?
अरे नहीं,
हाँ?
राहुल गांधी कब आए जी? आगे चले गए राहुल गांधी।
The Congress protesters in Chandigarh, when asked by Republic as to what they were protesting, said that they were there because, quote, Madam had called us.
भैया आप कहाँ से आए हैं? गुड़गांव से। हाँ जी, गुड़गांव से। क्या यहाँ पे आज क्यों इकट्ठे हुए? सब यहाँ क्यों इकट्ठा हुए?
हाँ भाई, कहाँ रह गए?
आप बता सकते हैं आज क्यों आए हैं?
नहीं, हम तो भाई साहब के गांव से ही है, हम तो आप उनसे ही बात करिए।
भाई संभाल लियो इनमें। आप लोग को कोई जानकारी कि क्या कुछ मूवमेंट है, क्यों आए हैं?
अरे मूवमेंट है कि यार
हम लोग आपके लिए लेमन
Even Congress protesters in Mumbai who had given placards to kids to hold up couldn't answer as to why they were there. After Republic asked the protesters, they said that they were called for a meeting.
आप लोग को कोई जानकारी हो? कहाँ से आए हैं? क्यों आए हैं?
भाई भैया बताएं, भैया।
SMRITI IRANI tore into the VADRA Gandhi family this morning with pincer-sharp questions on the National Herald case. In sharp contrast to the Congress press conference, the Union Minister's questions were rooted in the specific charges against Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi in the National Herald case and the transactions and the modus operandi therein.
Leaders and workers of the Congress party have descended onto the streets of the national capital to pressurize investigating agencies. A gentleman who is out on bail seeks to pressurize an investigating agency which seeks to unravel the corruption of the Gandhi family.
SMRITI IRANI demanded that the Gandhi Vadra family or party explain their link to the DOTEXT company, which is allegedly linked to Hawala operations.
Mr. Gandhi, is it true DOTEXT Merchandise Private Limited is one of the several companies of a Hawala entry operator based out of Kolkata, where in lieu of cash checks are given? Mr. Gandhi, is it true that DOTEXT Merchandise's transactions have been red flagged for suspicious transactions by the Financial Intelligence Unit?
After high drama by the Congress in the capital, SMRITI IRANI said that the large-scale protests in New Delhi and beyond were a shocking celebration of corruption by the Vadra Congress.
At the clarion call of the Gandhi family, leaders and workers of the Congress party have descended onto the streets of the national capital to pressurize investigating agencies. A gentleman who is out on bail seeks to pressurize an investigating agency which seeks to unravel the corruption of the Gandhi family.
With the Congress mobilizing a pan-India protest and with high drama ongoing in the national capital over Rahul Gandhi being summoned by the Enforcement Directorate, the BJP has hit out hard at the grand old party for making a spectacle out of agency summons.
देखिए, बड़ा आश्चर्य का विषय है रॉबर्ट, राहुल और सत्याग्रह। आप सोच के देखिए किस प्रकार का ड्रामा कांग्रेस पार्टी यहाँ करने का प्रयास कर रही है। आज गांधी परिवार में सोनिया जी और राहुल जी दोनों ही बेल पे बाहर हैं और मुख्यतः इसलिए बेल पे बाहर है क्योंकि कोर्ट ने इस पूरे विषय को संज्ञान में लिया है, कोर्ट ने इस विषय की सुनवाई की है और अभी भी आगे सुनवाई चल रही है।
As the Congress holds its pan-India so-called Satyagraha against Rahul Gandhi's summons by the Enforcement Directorate in the National Herald case complainant Dr. SWAMY said that it was not a Satyagraha, rather it was a Jhutagraha. The BJP leader gave Republic a full account of the alleged financial irregularities at play, which he opined were deserving of a 7-year punishment.
सर जिस तरीके से पूरा 5,000 करोड़ रुपए का ये पूरा घोटाला है,
तो संपत्ति में जोड़ करके वो घोटाला इसीलिए है क्योंकि वो संपत्ति उसकी बिल्डिंग्स ये बहुत अनेक देश में कई अनेक जगहों पर। मैं कहता हूँ कि ये जो यंग इंडियन के पास 5 लाख ही थी, उनको 50 लाख देना था कांग्रेस को। उन्होंने 1 करोड़ का कर्जा लिया एक कंपनी से कलकत्ता में डोटेक्स, और उसमें से 50 लाख निकाल के कांग्रेस को दे दिया। अब इस कंपनी डोटेक्स ने उनको एक लोन के रूप में दिया था, ऐसा कांग्रेस यानी एसोसिएटेड जर्नल्स कह रही है, लेकिन उनके अकाउंट में, डोटेक्स के अकाउंट में वो डोनेशन है।
The VADRA Congress protest got even more bizarre in the afternoon. Hours after they said the Congress won't bow down or jhukenge nahi, in their words, a Congress youth president scrambled and ran away when the police tried to detain him. Priyanka VADRA led the defense for her brother and mother in the corruption case against them, over which Rahul Gandhi is being grilled by the ED. Priyanka VADRA paradropped in at the Tughlaq Road police station where she sat with detained Congress leaders. Top-level sources have confirmed to Republic that an AD rank officer of the ED is grilling Rahul Gandhi, while 3 other senior officers were also present during the interrogation. MEHBOOBA Mufti has batted for Rahul Gandhi National Herald case of alleged corruption, over which he is being questioned. The PDP chief claimed that it is a witch hunt against him. Hot action is now picking up in the run-up to the presidential polls. Top sources have told Republic that after the Congress, the Trinamool Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party, now the Shiv Sena has given its lot to propose Sharad Pawar's name for a presidential nomination. Top sources say that Rajnath Singh will be speaking to the TMC, the NCP and the Aam Aadmi Party between tomorrow or today on the matter. After a huge drama unfolded as Congress workers arrived carrying placards to protest against the ED's summons to Rahul Gandhi in the National Herald scam case, BJP leader Shehzad Poonawala took to Twitter and called the Congress protest a march of scamsters and the corrupt.
आज जब कानून के साथ कोऑपरेट करने की बात है तो कानून के खिलाफ कॉन्फ्रंटेशन करने की एक राजनीति की जा रही है, और ये दिखाता है कि आज AICC ऑल इंडिया कांग्रेस कमेटी नहीं बल्कि ऑल इंडिया करप्ट कमेटी बन चुकी है, और अब कानून से कोऑपरेट करने के बदले ऑल इंडिया कॉन्फ्रंटेशन कमेटी बन चुकी है।
Acting on a tip-off, the Bengaluru police raided a hotel on MG Road in the city last night where a party was in progress. The police were working under the suspicion that drugs were being consumed at the party at the Park Hotel in Bengaluru. And now, as per the police, it has come to light that veteran actor Shakti Kapoor's son SIDDHANTH Kapoor was present at the party as a DJ. So far, 35 people were made to undergo a drug test, of which 5 results have turned positive, including allegedly SIDDHANTH Kapoor. The police said it was unclear whether the people who were made to undergo the drug test has consumed drugs at the hotel or had come to the party after taking drugs outside. As of now, the son of actor Shakti Kapoor, who is also the brother of actress Shraddha Kapoor, is in police custody. Shraddha Kapoor's brother SIDDHANTH has been detained by the Bengaluru police for allegedly consuming drugs. Bengaluru City's Police Deputy Commissioner East, Bhima Shankar Guled, speaking exclusively to Republic, confirmed that Bollywood actor Shraddha Kapoor's brother SIDDHANTH has been detained by the Bengaluru police for allegedly consuming drugs at a party in the city on Sunday night. Samples of people suspected of having consumed drugs were sent for medical tests, and SIDDHANTH's sample was among those that came out positive, he said.
As I already told, 5 people have been detained as they have tested positive for consuming the drugs. We have secured them and probably will be arresting them very soon, and will continue the investigation.
The Rouse Avenue Court in Delhi has sent Aam Aadmi Party leader and Delhi Minister Satyendar Jain to 14 days judicial custody in the alleged money laundering case. During the hearing, ASG SV Raju, appearing on behalf of the ED, sought time to file a reply on Satyendar Jain's bail application and also alleged that Jain is deliberately not taking his blood pressure medication.